Wow, I'm bad. And out of bullets, of course. Jeez. What's up, nerds? It's Dan. Today we're going to talk about how to effectively level up your guns in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. As some of you may or may not know, Black Ops is going to be integrating Warzone into their gameplay starting on December 10th. In order to prepare for that, we have started to level up our weapons and noticed something kind of interesting. It seems to be way harder to level up your guns in Cold War than it was in the previous Modern Warfare. Having said that, Cold War has introduced a new way to level up guns besides just playing multiplayer. Now you are able to bring a gun into their zombie mode and level it up that way as well. For those of us who don't enjoy getting stomped in Cold War's multiplayer, this is actually a really good thing. Here I'll show you what we found to be the most effective way to level up guns outside of multiplayer. The first thing you're going to want to do is farm this initial area for money. If you're playing solos, you're going to want to farm till you have at least about $5,000. If you have somebody else in your party, the cost will be slightly higher. Once you've saved up your money, the first thing you need to do is go through this bottom door right here, make a left, and head up the stairs. You're going to need to spend some more money to blow up this obstacle right here, but that's why we saved all that money in the beginning. After it's clear, make a left and head down the hallway to the vending machine on your right. Here's where we'll buy our first power-up. It's called Stamina Up, and it lets you sprint faster than usual. This doesn't seem that important right now, but trust me, it'll come in handy later on in the farming method. Now we use the last of our saved cash to get to this area right here. Now you need to do a bit more killing and save up even more money for the next set of doors. What you're going to need is $9,000 to get to where we want to be. After you save up enough money, use the first of it to blow up this rubble here, head to the left, and the facility doors will open at no cost to you. Next you'll go down the stairs, there'll be a door on the left and the right. We're going to want to go with the right, because in just a second we're going to want to get a power-up drink that's located in this room. Now what we need to do is use our money to blow up the rubble at the end of the room in order to complete our next objective. Our next goal is to turn on the power in the facility. The power will let us use the next energy drink we need for this farming method. But first, head to the right and follow the metal grates to the door at the end of the room. Here we'll use some of that saved cash to open this last door that we need. We'll run in, hit the power switch, and head back to the room that we were just in. Now you are able to complete the puzzle in order to unlock the Pack-a-Punch ability, which upgrades your gun to let you do more damage, but for now we'll skip that. Let us know in the comments if you want us to do a video on that too. Right now we're going to drop under the bomb and use the last of our money to get Deadshot Daiquiri. In case you guys didn't know, in zombies if you ADS at an enemy, it'll automatically target their torso. Whether you aim above or below it, it'll go straight to their chest. With Deadshot Daiquiri you'll get a similar effect, but instead of the chest it goes straight for the head. This allows you to do more damage and stay alive longer. Again, you just need to be aiming near the enemy for the perk to take effect. Here in this clip it almost looks like I have an aimbot because of how effective the perk is. Now while you are farming zombies, you should have come across a currency that looks a little something like this. These salvage parts are important because you can use them to upgrade your gun to do more damage. In order to do this you will need to follow this path right here. You're eventually going to come to what looks like an armor station with a mannequin at it, and this is where we'll put those parts to good use. Open up the menu, you will see two tabs, go over to the weapon one and activate your first upgrade. If you have enough parts to do both, great, but if not, you can come back here when you gather enough. You'll see in this run that I didn't have enough to do it the first time, but I come back and upgrade it later. Now one thing that I did forget to do that I would recommend is that when you have enough parts, come back here and also upgrade your armor. Every time you upgrade your armor, you will actually get armor plates as well as damage resistance to zombie hits. And it kind of goes without saying, but the longer you're alive, the more effective this farming method will be. So head back over here to the crash site and we're going to want to position ourselves at the top of this airplane wing. So now that you're here, this is where the farming technique begins. First thing you gotta do is just stand here and start shooting zombies that come after you. Try to hold them off for as long as you can, but when you get overrun, and trust me, you will, all you have to do is backpedal off the tip of the wing and fall to the ground. Now we take advantage of the Stamina Up drink. We sprint past the zombies through this gap in the plane, and then turn around and they should be funneling through that same gap you just came through. Now you unload a clip or two if you have a fast reloading gun, and when you feel in danger, you just bail to the right and hop over the plane. Now you're back where you started, and you rinse and repeat. After doing this a few times, you're probably going to have enough salvage parts to upgrade your gun again, and possibly upgrade your armor. I would recommend doing this as often as you can because it'll help this farming method be more efficient. So a huge tip I can give you is to leave a zombie or two at the end of each round. This combined with the Stamina Up drink will allow you to outrun the zombies and safely get to the armor upgrade station. So I do want to let you guys know that Mike and I actually tested this out in two different ways. We both entered solo with a gun that we'd never used before to see which method would actually get more XP. So there were two main differences in our farming techniques. So I stopped at 15 rounds and Mike decided to go all the way to 25. I wanted to see if it was better to do a few short easy rounds or more efficient to just prolong it and go to 25 rounds. The other difference is Mike decided to finish that puzzle I mentioned earlier and go for the pack-a-punch route as opposed to just upgrading the gun how I did. While his guns did do more damage, it did take a little longer to do the puzzle, and you also have to face bosses after you finish it. Mike used the same plane crash strategy method that we're using here, however in the end he was able to get his gun a whole level higher than mine in the same amount of time. So our conclusion here is it is better to go with the pack-a-punch method and try to get to around 25 for the best results. Like I said earlier, if you want a video on how to efficiently do that, we can make that, just let us know down in the comments. But for now I'll leave you with some more footage of me using this technique. And as always, if you have any tips or comments on how to do this more effectively or maybe some better strategies, let us know in the comments. If you liked what you saw here, let us know with a like. And if you want to see more from us, let us know by subscribing. So until next time, later nerds.